Right, as you can see, my boost gauge reads what, 16, 17 or whatever. Car's not running, so I gotta adjust that. And I'm missing the gauge right here. I have a 3-pod pillar, and I haven't had nothing there for a long time, so I'm gonna add a temperature gauge, AEM temperature gauge. But there's a hole in the firewall somewhere up in there, and that's where you run the lines, basically. Yeah. So if you run temperature gauge, any kind of gauges, you run them through the side right here, all the way down. You might have to open up the covers down here, run it through the hole, boom, easy peasy. All right, so nothing fancy, just a temperature gauge, AEM. I don't even remember how much it costs, but this is what's in the package. It's your wiring harness. This goes into the back of your unit. Here's a unit. I've already changed out the bezel. It comes with a bunch of bezels for oil, different colors, blah blah blah. Connections. I'm lucky because my DSM already has this already connected into the water temp housing. So yeah, I don't have to tap it. So all I gotta do is wire it up, put it in the pod, give it some power, and let's go. So back to the bezel, water temp gauge. I got one hole right here. All right. I don't know yet if I need these or I just push it through and just tighten it down. We shall see. There we go. Okay, so alright, so all you need to do is run power switch and a negative. Now, when I did my teen install, I got everything already ready to go if I wanted to tap in again. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do. And then to get the wires down from here down through, you gotta pull this weather stripping down through here so you can get the cracks and get the wire stuffed in there, blah blah blah. And then let's see, so this harness is gonna stay in the car, right? It's gonna be ran from the gauge to my power down here, okay, straightforward. And then this one, second one, I'm gonna run it through the firewall through the hole right into the tab, zip tie it. Should be good. Nice and easy. Pull this out. Nice and easy. Go. From just bouncing around, even after I got it adjusted, it just started going back that way. This thing's crap. Failed me. I tried to adjust it and it spun all the way back around. So can't do nothing reliable with this gauge. Never was reliable, never worked. I mean, it read, but it was never accurate. It always was at 10 right here. So time to get a digital, complete the system. PLX wideband, AM digital temperature gauge. Now I'm gonna need a digital boost gauge. So as you can see, here's the two wires. I gotta run them back through here, connect it to this. I got power, put this back on, and then we worry about the second cable. So there you go. See those two wires right there? That's the boost gauge. That's where steering column goes, right up in there. And that's where the gauge wire for the AM goes to. You gotta feed it through there. Nothing fancy. I don't have time to solder, but it's just adding one. Everything else is soldered down, so it should be good. More grounding power. All right. So you put your ground. Okay, the right way is to solder it, y'all. Y'all already know that, but again, it's only two wires. Nothing big. Power's done. I'll tuck everything away. Actually, I don't like to leave open wires like this. So there's two left. One is for data logger. The other one is for, I think, the lighting illumination, but we're just gonna cap those off. Don't want no open wires. For this one, feed it through the steering column. Give it some slack. Yeah, that's my baby right there. So let's see where the wire came out of. Oh, I see it right there. Let me reach down. So here's the wire. It's got to go over there. So let's go back this way. Let's see if we can make it. It's got to make it here. Let's see. Oh. All right, coming through, coming through. Ooh, look. It's just short. And to top it off, that bone ain't the right bone. So I'm gonna have to extend this, take that out, put the other one in, the right one in. All right, just turn the power on and it's working. Now I just gotta figure out the temp sensor issue, lengthen it, and we should be good. All right, so I gotta extend this wire to come over here. So I gotta cut it. All right, so this is the old one, came out. This is the new one that gotta go in. Here's a pigtail, I had to cut it off. I gotta extend it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna So I got it started. Feels snug, so let's come in with this one. Feels good too. Now, obviously mine was already tapped and I took out the old sensor. I bought it like that from my tuner. He had it already, a housing that I needed for this build, and it just so happened to have the sensor on it already. So I'm not gonna over tighten it, just leave it like that and then fill it and then tighten it. Yeah, this one right here needs to be extended all the way to here, so I need at least, like, just say 3 feet. So I got the sensor hooked up, ran the wire, extended it. Here it is right here. Everything's hooked up. Let's go and start it up. All right, here we go. So what you hear is my boost line. That's what you're hearing. But anyways, it's reading. See if I get up in there for y'all. It's at 79, 80. Warming up already. Over here is marking 144. And it's barely marking over here. I'm interested to see what this says when it's warmed up compared to this one. The thermostat should be, I think, 180 on these cars. We'll see. Alright, it's at 178. It's marking over here. It's warmed up basically. So interesting. Now it's 180. Let's hear when the fans kick on. I'd have to check the DSM link to see what my tuner has it set on, but should be the same. Everything's working though. AEM install. 184. $188. $190. And the fans just kicked on at 192. And that's the install, y'all. Hope y'all enjoyed the video. Leave some comments on what y'all would like to hear. If y'all want to hear some music behind the background, I could do that too. But yeah, oh, and it dropped down to 184 with the fans on. So the fans are doing their job. Excellent. Later, y'all.